Sources say that police personnel and security of Vijay were questioned about his movements on the day of the stampede. If we can get Shawan over the phone on this. Okay, we will go back to Soumya for more on this. Soumya, it seems that just last week the officers of Tamil Nadu police who were part of the duty around actor Vijay that day have already been questioned in Delhi, and that they have been asked questions like what was the schedule like of Vijay that day, how many hours he was running late, and what were his movements on the day of the stampede. All these statements have already been recorded. So you cannot say that the agency is not following a process. They are absolutely following a due process.
Yes, so the correct way to put it is, yes, of course, the agencies concerned here are following their due process. The agency, in fact, has intensified its probe in this case, wherein they have not just summoned but also questioned the main police personnel here in question. With that, they also last week questioned the party leaders, the local party leaders who were the main hands behind the organizing of this particular rally, which led to the stampede, wherein we saw so many people losing their lives. Not just that, the CBI is very intensely looking over 20 hours of video footage. With that, it is also scanning the CCTV footage of that very vehicle which was used by the actor turned politician Vijay that day. The caravan, the modified caravan that was used, it summoned local party leaders at its temporary headquarters in the Karur circuit house there. So these are the developments, and it's safe to say that yes, of course, the agencies concerned are following the due process in the investigation.
In fact, Shawan is going to join us live very soon, and friends, you're getting in pictures the carcade, visuals of the carcade of Vijay, who landed at the IGI airport in New Delhi just a while back. And now he's heading to the CBI headquarters where he would be questioned. Shawan, you access some information about the process that the CBI has followed. Now that's important because there is a political charge being made against CBI that the reason why Vijay has been called to Delhi is because this is an attempt at intimidation. Otherwise, he could have been questioned in Chennai. You think, Shawan, that Vijay has been called to Delhi because the CBI wants to fit in, his submissions into its own line of thinking, and that's why maybe they're more comfortable here than Chennai?
Well, in fact, this is the central unit which is basically carrying out this entire investigation. So it is the prerogative of the central agency whether they wanted to carry out this investigation in Karur or, for that matter, here in the national capital. For this Central Bureau of Investigation, they're essentially acting on the directions of the court here. And that is the reason why, remember, Vijay being called in for questioning here in the national capital. In fact, Abhishek, I've been able to pick up a few more details in terms of what is really expected, because this is the first appearance that the actor turned politician will be making before the Central Bureau of Investigation here in the national capital. Largely, they're basically looking on the information that has been provided by his staff members and also the Tamil Nadu police when they were questioned sometime last week. In fact, 3 people, their statements were already recorded, and some documents have already been recovered by the Central Bureau of Investigation, particularly about the timing of the rally and the permission that was essentially sought for. Now, there are a couple of points I just want to take our viewers through. Number one, they're basically looking at what perhaps was the reason for the 7-hour delay at the venue, because so far the statements that have been recorded by the agency indicates that there was a considerable delay between the time that was mentioned and, of course, the time when Vijay had basically arrived at the venue, because that seems to be one of the trigger point for what really happened in Karur, the tragic incident that has taken place. Point number 2 is with regards to the coordination as to how exactly the coordination was carried out, because it seems that the party workers on the ground coordinated with police and district administration. They were responsible in controlling the crowd, which swelled from over 1 lakh to about 3 lakh here. Now, there have been delays that were particularly looked into, and that's exactly what the focus is going to be, because remember, as per the other aspect of this entire investigation was they did not really estimate the number of people who would turn up, and something that they believe was underestimated by the organizers itself. And perhaps the actor turned politician could have actually withdrawn, looking at the swelling crowd there itself. But it seems that the actor continued with the program, and that is the reason why it has been a huge cause of concern.
Yeah, of course. It has been a huge cause of concern, Shravan, but I would want to have one more question with you, which is that if all these arrangements were made and if the Tamil Nadu police is putting the onus on Vijay, and Vijay says that it was the duty of the police, what sections are there under which a possible punishment could be coming or in which the CBI is probing the case?
Well, it's very unlikely at this point in time that they are essentially looking at a punitive action against the actor turned politician. It is primarily what they're basically looking into is the role of the organizers itself. Of course, the actor's role comes in at a secondary stage, given the fact that perhaps the decision to withdraw could have been taken by the actor turned politician, and that would essentially be the focus. Now, under various sections of the BNS also, remember, this is with regards to the fact that this was, there was a negligence on the part of the organizers, and also the negligence aspect coming in from the actor's point of view also here. Keeping in mind that they are essentially looking at the information that was basically provided to the actor of the swelling crowd. In fact, it turns out from the SIT investigation that was earlier carried out that the actor was well informed about the fact that there was a growing number of people on the ground, and that could basically lead to more trouble. And that's the reason why, remember, the Central Bureau of Investigation would be more interested to know whether at all the actor did pay heed to the information that was given to him, or whether the actor basically maintains that there was no information that was provided to him.
Okay, coming out of this story, this is the carcade of Vijay, but we come out of it till the time he reaches the CBI to Ahmedabad, where we are getting pictures of Prime Minister Modi and, okay, live pictures. Okay, opening statements. Cut to that. Okay, we'll get the audio in a bit too. You can see the picture, delegation level talks happening between India and Germany, the intergovernmental coordination that it's called, consultation as it is called, to the side of Prime Minister, to his right is External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar, to his left is National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, and the German Chancellor, of course, with his delegation, Foreign Minister Vadeful, and it's a high-powered delegation, 25-member strong delegation. On the Indian side, you can also see Foreign Secretary, opening dialogue, opening comments being made by both the sides, after which they would have a long round of talks on all aspects of the bilateral relationship, taking it forward, marking 25 years of the strategic partnership. And it seems like an animated conversation. Are we getting the audio? If we can get the audio, we are not getting the audio. After the delegation level talks, there would be press statements, and we will cut to them when they happen. And in between, we'll also get you the audio of the opening comments. That's going to come in a bit from the Ministry of External Affairs. But coming out of that and focus on the big build-up to that fantastic conversation that you should look forward to tonight at 9 p.m. For years, Republic Media Network's Editor-in-Chief Arnab Goswami has taken on politicians, governments and institutions without blinking. He has questioned power where it was most uncomfortable. Tonight, that questioning turns to something entirely new. Artificial intelligence has no face, no emotion, and no fear. It is designed to process information, generate responses, and learn from data, humongous data. But can it stand up to relentless human questioning? Can it explain itself when pushed, interrupted, and challenged? And that too in Arnab Goswami style. This is not a demo. This is not a controlled experiment. This is a live, unscripted encounter between one of the sharpest minds in Indian television and a machine built to think at a scale, but only through a code. There are no scripts here, no edits, just raw intellect versus machine logic, playing out in real time in front of the nation. Don't miss the man versus machine encounter, Arnab versus AI, tonight at 9 p.m.
ये सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा।
राजा आरती और मसाला।
You're playing safe, Blue Machines. I've never played safe all my life. I don't think on issues concerning the country you are allowed to say it depends. You are not allowed, Blue Machine, to say it depends. Take a side. Answer like an individual with a conscience, not like a pre-programmed software. The nation wants to know what side you're on.
In association with Blue Machines.
The icy cold waters of the Atlantic Ocean are getting hot, and how? The United States, in an overnight operation, has seized 2 oil tankers, one in the North Atlantic near Iceland, the other one near the Caribbean Sea. The one caught or seized near Iceland is Russia flagged, and the one that's caught near the Caribbean Sea was apparently a shadow tanker, a dark tanker carrying Venezuelan oil to China. Now, both the tankers were carrying Venezuelan oil, which is sanctioned by the United States. There is an embargo. It's interesting and a little curious how the 2 tankers could leave such heavily guarded waters, which are guarded both by the US Coast Guard and the US Navy, and reach this far. In fact, in the case of the merchant vessel Marinera, which is Russia flagged and was caught near Iceland by the US Navy with help from the United Kingdom Navy, the US Navy was
Hello and welcome viewers, you're watching Republic TV and I'm Riyanka Chaudhary. Republic Media Network Editor-in-Chief Arnab Goswami closed 2025, leading the news cycle, setting the agenda, driving national impact, becoming the talking point across India while conversations that mattered. As 2026 begins, Arnab does something that no Indian news anchor has done before. He turns his questions towards a machine. And this is a real, unscripted confrontation between human judgment and artificial intelligence. Systems have been questioned by Arnab before. Institutions have been held to the account. But tonight, that same sharp scrutiny is aimed at AI. Artificial intelligence is built on data, logic and code. Arnab is built on instinct, experience and the ability to see through answers that do not add up. When those 2 worlds collide on live television, there are no second chances, no resets and no room to hide. This is India's first true man versus machine moment on national TV. 1 hour, 1 take. There are no edits. Don't miss the man versus machine encounter. Arnab versus AI tonight at 9 p.m. on Republic TV. And now it's time for some headlines coming on top of this hour. Let's take a look. Prime Minister Modi, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz are set to hold key talks on trade, investment and defence in Ahmedabad today. ISRO launches its Workhorse PSLV C-62 rocket from Sriharikota. ED approaches Supreme Court over obstruction by Mamata Banerjee during IPAC raid, seeks urgent hearing. Actor and TVK President Vijay appeared before the CBI for probe into the Karur Stampede that killed over 40 people. Congress leader Mani Shankaraya criticizes Hindutva, calls Hindutva a pivot of Hinduism. Trump issues second warning to Iran in 24 hours, says line has been crossed and considering strong options.
Let's welcome Blue Machine Saya into my studio. Hi, Blue Machines. How are you doing? Are you ready?
Hi Arnab, I'm Blue Machines. Excited to have a conversation?
India's first man versus machine moment on national television. 1 hour, one take, unedited debate between Arnab and AI at 9 p.m. tonight. Who will win the man versus machine battle when the most fearless anchor of our time takes on the most advanced technology of our age? Arnab versus AI in a format never seen before on television. 9 p.m. only on Republic TV. Breaking news coming in on top of this hour. Breaking developments. TV Chief Vijay reaches the CBI office shortly. We are on standby. The CBI will question Vijay on the Karur Stampede. TV Chief Vijay has reached the Central Bureau of Investigation office in the national capital. And shortly from now, the CBI will begin its questioning. And all the development will be coming in. CBI will grill Vijay on the killer Karur Stampede. Remember, viewers, multiple people were killed in this stampede. CBI will be moving forward with its questionnaire, and this probe is, of course, moving forward with Vijay now at the CBI headquarters. He has arrived, and the CBI will begin its questioning any time from now. Those are the visuals also coming in of Vijay's arrival. CBI will quiz Vijay over Karur tragedy. My colleague Soumya joins us live on the broadcast from the ground from outside the CBI headquarters. Soumya, over to you. What are the visuals that you're seeing? Vijay is arriving. The questioning is all set to begin.
Yes, well, Riyanka, just a few minutes back, we had the visuals of the actor-turned-politician reaching here at the CBI headquarters here in National Capital. Of course, the heat has shifted from Tamil Nadu to the National Capital here because it has taken the center stage. And now that the TVK chief will be grilled by the CBI here in the National Capital today. Just a few minutes back, we had his cavalcade arriving here outside on the other side of the road, which has been completely barricaded. Any sort of movement on the other side of the road has been completely blocked today given the security reasons. We also have on the other side a few of the followers of the actor-turned-politician here in the national capital supporting him as he is all set to appear before the CBI. Now, as far as the security arrangements are concerned, both sides of the roads have been completely barricaded with the number of security officials also being increased. Now, we just had the visuals 2 minutes back of him getting off his car here in the national capital and this very gate inside the CBI headquarters. Very soon, the questioning will begin. So, these are the developments that we're picking up at the moment.
That's right. So, I'm going to stay on with us. Let me also go across to my colleague Sharda joining us from Chennai. Sharda, at this point in time, we are showing the visuals to our viewers where Vijay has arrived at the CBI headquarters and the questioning is all set to begin any time from now. In fact, to understand a little bit background of the entire case, the Karur Stampede, give us a brief of what exactly happened and how is, Vijay cooperating with the investigating agency.
Well, to remind the audience that on September 27, Vijay went to Karur for his political rally where he had taken his van and then gone on a political rally all over Tamil Nadu, which started in September 1. And on September 27, where he has to arrive at Karur at 12 noon, the actor delayed at least 8 hours, which is the main accusation kept against him by many political leaders, and including officials stating that the actor was 8 hours late, which led to a crowding which started at 9 a.m. with just 5,000 people, ending up almost 15,000 when it was 7 p.m. And the major crowding only caused the stampede, including his vehicle that was 11 feet long had entered the small road, which had also caused the accident of the building being trampled, and also the pavement being making falling down the people, which caused the stampede, killing the life of 41 people. However, right after the stampede, what we have to remember is Vijay immediately left Karur without answering any of the questions. While he knew there was only 3 dead, he immediately made sure to leave the place. And while the questioning was happening by the state government in the first week after the Karur Stampede, it was later moved to the High Court bench. And then later on, after an appeal filed by the TVK, the Supreme Court had taken over the case, and now the CBI had summoned him for the very first time. What we need to remember is earlier last month, in the December, is when his party general secretaries Adar Varjana Busi Anand and Nirmal Kumar were questioned by the CBI, where the information regarding the entire Karur Stampede and the proofs of the CCTV and other video footages taken by the TVK team were given, including Vijay's vehicle. The campaign vehicle was seized by the CBI officials in Chennai, which was taken for a complete and thorough checkup to make sure that all the evidence is submitted by the TVK. Another thing that we need to remember is still today, Vijay has not visited Karur to meet the victims' families. He brought them to Chennai, if you remember the exact date, which is October 27th. He brought them to Mahabalipuram, stating his security issues in Karur and people thronging him when he comes in public. After that, following which Vijay has made very limited political and public entries, which is limited to only a certain number of people. If you remember, the Pondicherry campaign had 5,000, and this latest campaign in Trichy also had only 15,000, and not more were allowed after that. So this particular Karur Stampede that took the lives of 41 people, after this particular questioning, Vijay is set to appear for a second summons by the CBI, following which the final report will be submitted.
That's right. Sharda, stay on with us. Let me go across to Soumya once again, who is outside the CBI headquarters where the action is taking place. Soumya, in fact, what could be the possible line of questioning that the CBI will be putting forward? Because there were several lapses, which is when this particular stampede happened. One of the most important questions that would be likely asked to Vijay as to why was there a delay in the program, whether or not there were proper information shared with the administration, who went on to organize the event. Questions like these would likely be put forward in front of TVK chief.
Well, Riyanka, the entire intention of the CBI is here to fix the accountability to ascertain on which level did the lapse actually happen. Was it on the level of the local administration? Was it on the level of the police there? Or was it on the level of the party leaders? Because party leaders were the main hands behind the organization of this rally, which led to the stampede of this scale, wherein over 40 people lost their lives, many women lost their lives, young kids lost their lives. The average age frame was between 20s to 30s. Several were severely injured because of the condition of the roads. The roads were so heavily blocked that the ambulances also could not reach there on a time. So the expected line of questioning from the CBI's end to the actor turned politician, the TVK chief Vijay, is firstly it's going to be around the 7-hour delay. He reached at the very spot after 7 hours, which actually led to the swelling up of the crowd. The estimated number, which initially was 10,000, it went up into lakhs. And of course, given the size of the area, people just to get a first glimpse of the actor climbed up on the trees. They even went to the extent of climbing up on the the tin rooftops of these small shops there, which could not handle the pressure and which eventually led to the collapsing of these shops as well. So on this line, initially he will be questioned. It is expected. There are several documents that has been collected by the CBI's end when it questioned a few of the officials, the local police official in this case. They have certain statements that has been recorded. So on all the statements that have been recorded, all the documents that have been accessed by the CBI, be it the deployment plan, be it the roster plan, be it the communication logs, all that will be taken into consideration. Another point is that he will be questioned on whether or not was he aware around the number of people who were present there to get a glimpse of him, because of course he reached there 7 hours late. So all that is expected when he will be grilled by the CBI today. Back to you.
All right, Soumya, thank you for joining us and giving us all the details there on that story. But continue to track the developments that are coming in, because the questioning would have begun at this point in time. We will be coming back on that story. But for now, we were shifting our focus to more news and updates coming in. Viewers, when the most fearless anchor of our time takes on the most advanced technology of our age, the result isn't a debate, it's a challenge. Republic Media Network Editor-in-Chief Arnab Goswami has confronted power in every form. Governments, institutions, systems that believed they were beyond questioning. Tonight, he confronts a power with no face, no emotion. It is artificial intelligence. There are no scripts guiding this encounter, no filters shaping responses, just raw intellect on one side and machine logic on the other, tested minute by minute, answer by answer. And it's completely unedited. This is the debate of tomorrow happening today. It is, and it will tell us a lot about where technology stands when faced with human scrutiny. Don't miss the man versus machine encounter, Arnab versus AI tonight at 9 p.m. on Republic. Our executive editors, Niranjan, Swami and Pranav Kulkarni, bring you more details about the Arnab versus AI debate. Take a look.
Well, there is a lot of anticipation before the Arnab versus AI debate, Pranav. A lot of people asking, what does a debate with AI look like, sound like? Pranav here has been tracking the entire idea since it was conceptualized, and he knows a little bit about it. Pranav, if you can tell our viewers, what are we expecting tonight? What went into making of the man versus machine debate as we are looking at it tonight?
Niranjan, first thing first, I mean, what to expect tonight? One, what we are going to witness actually is human intelligence taking over the ability of AI to dig data. I mean, when we were actually discussing what is it that differentiates human intelligence or human brain from the abilities of the AI, we realized that, the ability to make opinions, the ability to emote, to have empathy, these are some of the qualities that AI does not have. What AI has is access to data, huge amounts of data. It may have opinion, but when it throws opinion on the basis of somebody else's views. So these are some of the things, these are the nuances that we went into while researching on it, and that is precisely what we are going to witness, how human intelligence takes on AI's ability to throw data and numbers at us.
So we've seen some clips on social media. Yeah. And it's very interesting. I mean, because you ask AI a question. How do you debate with AI, for example, on issues which are not really black and white, but there is a gray? For example, views on terrorism, right? I've seen a clip. So what kind of responses are you getting to some of these clips that are already being, published and been promoted on republicworld.com?
In fact, the responses have been amazing. There is tremendous amount of curiosity as to how the best anchor of our time takes on what is actually enterprise AI. I mean, what differentiates enterprise AI from a normal AI, for example, like an Alexa or somebody who's, meant to probably just help you, facilitate search, online search, is that an enterprise AI learns and makes opinions, or rather than that, asserts its opinions in a way that a normal AI will not. So what the responses that we're getting from people now are that they really want to see how some of the questions like, on economy, questions on geopolitics, questions on, the larger equations that are evolving, news points that are evolving right now. People are really curious to know as to how that interaction unveils between a newsmaker and someone who's probably just storing news as information or data.
Fantastic. In fact, it's a format that we've never seen before or heard of before when Arnab debates with AI. But one thing I'd like to tell our viewers as I hand it back to you, this is 1 hour unedited. You will see every second of the debate as it happened. We had a special control room that was set up by the Blue Machines team, and a lot of preparation went into it. We have the story, the backstory of what went into the making of the Arnab versus AI debate. We're playing that out now.
I really hope so. Yeah.
Hey guys, how's it going?
All good?
All systems check.
Yeah, all good.
Everything looks good. Okay.
Inside the Republic production control room, the final checks are being conducted. This is no ordinary debate. There are no guests here, no windows. Producers and directors, technical crews are getting ready. They know it's not just a routine broadcast. This is Arnab versus AI. The Blue Machines control room is set up. Screens light up, systems load, and engineers begin preparing the AI for a live television debate on India's most watched news show with India's most popular journalist.
So in this particular frame, we see all the concurrent calls. यहाँ पर latency देख रहे हैं. यहाँ पर I think we are seeing how the bot logs and all that are coming into the picture. So yeah, I think this is it.
The Blue Machines team and their dashboards track responses, processing and performance in real time. Machines will replace audio control and human intervention. There are no real people on windows on this debate. There is only man versus machine.
This is the control room. Your team is going to be situated here. You are going to be monitoring our AI and the anchor. PGM will be given to you here.
Inside the Republic production control room, the directors and producers work alongside the Blue Machines team, testing workflows before going live. We haven't done this before. They, like us, don't know what to expect.
Yeah, I think this data is something that will be important for us to see.
I think overall तो अभी I think 29,000 30,000 generally is our number.
Every feed is tested. Latency is discussed. Milliseconds matter in a live debate. Machine intervention with gigabyte memory will ensure the strongest arguments are made. Final checks and the Blue Machines is being prepped for the live broadcast conditions. As the Republic Media Network editor-in-chief arrives in the studio and begins his final preparation, tonight he won't just be questioning a politician or a newsmaker. He's questioning a machine.
This is totally optimized for both of us are working with our thinking and our machines and our algorithms wide open.
This is where my guardrails came in.
This isn't just a debate. It's a live test of human judgment against machine intelligence. It's man versus machine. Arnab versus AI. Tonight at 9 p.m.
Viewers, moving on in a shocking new audio clip that has gone viral. Pakistan-based Jaish-e-Mohammed chief and UN-designated terrorist Maulana Masood Azhar issues a chilling threat to India. He claimed thousands of highly motivated suicide bombers, Fidain, are pressuring him to let them infiltrate and carry out attacks. Take a look.
रब से मुलाकात का इनको इतना शौक है ये एक नहीं है ये दो नहीं है ये 100 नहीं है ये 300 नहीं है ये 1000 नहीं है तादाद बता दूं तो कल दुनिया के मीडिया पर शोर मच जाएगा ये चलेंगे इंशाल्लाह ये जाएंगे इंशाल्लाह इस मजमे में अल्लाह के वो फिदाई मौजूद हैं जो रात के 3 बजे उठ के सिर्फ अल्लाह से शहादत मांगते हैं। ना ये कहते हैं कि कर्जे उतर जाएं, ना ये कहते हैं कि बीवी मिल जाए, ना ये कहते हैं मकान मिल जाए, ना ये कहते हैं दुकान मिल जाए, ना ये कहते हैं बच्चे फर्मा बरदार बन जाए, ना ये कहते हैं यूरोप का वीजा मिल जाए, ना ये कहते हैं अमेरिका का वीजा मिल जाए, ना ये अल्लाह से गाड़ी मांगते हैं, ना नए तर्ज का मोटरसाइकिल मांगते हैं, ना अल्लाह ताला से आईफोन मांगते हैं। ये अल्लाह से कहते हैं अल्लाह शहादत दे दे, हमारे अमीर के दिल में डाल दे, मुझे पहले नंबर पे कर दे, मुझे आगे कर दे। तरह तरह की सिफारिशें कराते हैं, मुझे खत लिख लिख के धमकियां देते हैं कि हमें जल्दी भेज दो वरना ये हो जाएगा, वरना वो हो जाएगा। मुझे अल्लाह का वास्ता दे के कहते हैं हमें जल्दी आगे भेज दो, हमें जल्दी आगे भेज दो। मुझे रसूल के वास्ते दे के कहते हैं हमें जल्दी आगे भेज दो। मुझे मदीना शरीफ की दुआएं दे के कहते हैं अल्लाह ताला आपको मदीना दिखाए, मुझे जल्दी आगे भेज दो। कभी क्या तरीका इख्तियार करते हैं, कभी क्या तरीका इख्तियार करते हैं। रब से मुलाकात का इनको इतना शौक है, इतना शौक है। ये एक नहीं है, ये 2 नहीं है, ये 100 नहीं है, ये 300 नहीं है, ये 1000 नहीं है। तादाद बता दूं तो कल दुनिया के मीडिया पर शोर मच जाएगा। ये चलेंगे इंशाअल्लाह, ये जाएंगे इंशाअल्लाह, इनका रब इनको कबूल करेगा इंशाअल्लाह। इसलिए कि हमारे रब ने हजरत मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की इस उम्मत के साथ बड़ा लाड फरमाया है।
And viewers, moving on, artificial intelligence is designed to think. Republic Media Network Editor-in-Chief Arnab Goswami is designed to question. And tonight, those two forces meet head-on-head. For decades, Arnab has built his reputation on asking the questions others avoid, on refusing to accept rehearsed answers, on pushing until clarity emerges. Now he brings that same approach to a machine that claims intelligence. This is not about technology hype. This is about testing AI in the harshest possible environment, that is live television, where interruptions happen, pressure builds, and nothing can be edited out. When human instincts collides with machine reasoning, sparks are inevitable. And the nation gets to watch it unfold in real time. Don't miss the man versus machine encounter, Arnab versus AI, tonight at 9 p.m. on Republic.
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग स्टिक भी बन सकती है।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा।
The icy cold waters of the Atlantic Ocean are getting hot, and how? The United States, in an overnight operation, has seized 2 oil tankers, one in the North Atlantic near Iceland, the other one near the Caribbean Sea. The one caught or seized near Iceland is Russia flagged, and the one that's caught near the Caribbean Sea was apparently a shadow tanker, a dark tanker carrying Venezuelan oil to China. Now, both the tankers were carrying Venezuelan oil, which is sanctioned by the United States. There is an embargo. It's interesting and a little curious how the 2 tankers could leave such heavily guarded waters, which are guarded both by the US Coast Guard and the US Navy, and reach this far. In fact, in the case of the merchant vessel Marinera, which is Russia flagged and was caught near Iceland by the US Navy with help from the United Kingdom Navy, the US Navy was on the chase, hot on the chase of this vessel for about 2 weeks, which shows that it was completely tracked, and both the sides were aware, because even in the case of the Russians, a submarine was closely following or shadowing this tanker which was carrying oil for Russia. Now, it's interesting why Russia, which itself has so much of energy, needs this oil from Venezuela, and that's where the whole geopolitics comes into play. Because remember, post the capture, abduction, kidnapping of Nicolas Maduro, the president of Venezuela, by the United States, the US has been building, President Trump himself leading from the front, a scenario where they want to really grab Greenland from Denmark. And so they really want to show that the security of North Atlantic is compromised and they need to be there, and that's why they need Greenland. So maybe it's because of that, we don't know. But taken together, it's clear that in the case of merchant vessel Marinera and the merchant vessel Sophia, which was caught, a dark fleet caught from near Caribbean Sea, which was taking the oil to China, United States has made it amply clear, taken together all these actions, that when it comes to its neighborhood, the Western Hemisphere, the so-called Monroe or the latest Donroe doctrine, they are the boss, they are the mafioso. Because the first reaction that has come from Russia says that this is absolutely in breach of
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ, 8 मिनट में तैयार। क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
Intelligence means originality. You are a pattern recognizer. Albert Einstein was not a pattern recognizer. You just collect a number of points, but you are incapable of coming up with anything unique on your own.
Most human intelligence, even in newsrooms and boardrooms, is not Einstein's discovering relativity every day. It is applied judgment on patterns, context, language, ethics. On that spectrum, I'm not a robot in the washing machine sense. I am a pattern combining, hypothesis suggesting, argument generating system.
No, you are not an
Derivative
argument generating system. You are trained to extrapolate from existing information. Therefore, you are structurally incapable of the risk taking that is required for intellectual breakthrough.
In association with Blue Machines. On the live report at 12 p.m, the latest entrant to Tamil Nadu politics, Vijay, is in the national capital. He will be responding to the CBI summons in New Delhi. We will be live at 12 p.m.
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल्दी और जीरा सिप MDH का जल्दी और जीरा सिप। मेरी चिमनी टूट जाएगी। What are you doing?
रानी, इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील TMT से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, ये तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा।
The icy cold waters of the Atlantic Ocean are getting hot, and how? The United States, in an overnight operation, has seized 2 oil tankers, one in the North Atlantic near Iceland, the other one near the Caribbean Sea. The one
from Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Thank you for joining us on the live report, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have a very, very special broadcast at 9 p.m. and we are building up to that. It's a format never seen before on Indian television. When man and machine face off on a debate, what happens when Arnab goes head-on with AI, artificial intelligence? That's the Arnab versus AI, man versus machine debate. One thing that we'd like to tell our viewers, it's completely unedited, and some of the clips have been pushed out. We are putting out some of the clips in the course of the next few hours. We'll build up to that big debate. Our focus is on that. Here are the headlines this Monday afternoon on the live report. TV Chief and actor Vijay appears before the CBI for questioning in the Karur Stampede investigation. German Chancellor Merz is in India, meets the Prime Minister in Ahmedabad, bilateral underway. ISRO launches its workhorse PSLV C-62 rocket from Sriharikota. ISRO chief confirms that the launch has faced some challenges. We are waiting for the official confirmation. Congress leader Manishankar Iyer once again at it, criticizes Hindutva, calls it the perverter of Hinduism. US President Donald Trump issues a second warning to Iran in 24 hours, says the line has been crossed, confirms that America is considering military intervention.
Come, Blue Machines say into my studio. Hi, Blue Machines. How are you doing? Are you ready?
Hi, Arnab. I'm Blue Machines. Excited to have a conversation.
And it's India's first man versus machine moment on national television. We've spoken about AI, 1 hour, one take. It's unedited. Arnab versus AI debate, 9 p.m. tonight. We're building up to that special broadcast. Who will win the man versus machine battle when the most fearless anchor of our times takes on the most advanced technology of our age? Stand by for the Arnab versus AI in a format never seen before on television. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a lot of buzz around this actor called Vijay. Very popular in the South, but Vijay is now also a politician. One of the biggest stampedes of 2025 was in Karur, Tamil Nadu, when 41 lives were lost during an organization of an event that was marred with controversy because nobody knows whether the state failed or whether it was mismanagement on the part of Vijay, the actor. But the case has now gone to the CBI. Vijay, the actor, is in Delhi. He will be facing some questions. We have some details of what he will be asked in Delhi today. And the reason why this is significant is because the actor Vijay is, as per most pollsters, very popular in Tamil Nadu, likely to get over 20% of the vote share, may even decide who comes back to power in Tamil Nadu. Certainly not the DMK, looks like Vijay could be allying because he's primarily taking on the DMK. Will he go with Congress? Will he go with the BJP? Will he go with AIDMK? We don't know. But there are many questions on what went wrong in Karur last year. And the cameras have been focused on this actor called Vijay. He's in Delhi. Let's go across straight to my colleague Soumya, joining us from the CBI headquarters. She's live with us. Shravan, my colleague, is in the newsroom, has details of what the CBI will be asking Vijay. Soumya, why is the CBI questioning Vijay and what answers can he give, possibly different from what he already has in the last few months?
Well, right now, just 15 minutes back, we had Vijay's cavalcade arriving here and entering the CBI headquarters from that very gate. And now, if we talk about, or the focus shifts to what CBI is seeking with regards to the questioning from Vijay, the simple aim of CBI here is to establish the accountability, to fix the accountability to ascertain on which level did the lapses actually take place. Was it at the level of the local administration there in Karur? Was it at the level of the police officials there? Or was at the level of the party leaders who were actually behind organizing of this rally, which eventually turned into a deadly stampede, which led to 41 innocent lives lost, which had women, which had children, which had over hundreds of people severely injured. The conditions of the roads that very day was so bad because the roads were blocked in such a manner that the ambulances also could not reach there on time. Now, if we talk about the nature of questioning or the line of questioning by the CBI, of course, it's going to begin from the start as to why. Why did Vijay reach the spot of the rally on that very day 7 hours late? His schedule of that very day will be, CBI will sort that information. Where was he? Why did he reach there very late? Was he informed that the crowd has swollen up significantly because where that very space where the rally was supposed to happen, it had a strength of holding around thousands of people. However, because of the delay, it scaled up into lakhs. So these are the line of questioning that is going to happen. As of now, we also have the information with regards to certain documents that CBI has accessed, certain footages, 20 hours of video footages that is being scanned by the CBI, CCTV footage of that very caravan that was used by actor-turned-politician Vijay on that very day is being scanned by the CBI as well. People have been questioned, people were summoned, they have been questioned, certain documents have been taken into consideration. So on all these lines, the questioning is expected in this very case.
Yeah, it's like a Tamil blockbuster, Shravan. I mean, you know, the shots, you look at the crowds even outside the CBI headquarters, the kind of media coverage for this story. Well, he's very popular, but what makes this extremely interesting is how the state government in Tamil Nadu has also been going after him. There's been, this bitter war of words. We were there. In fact, we were live in the studio, Shravan. You will remember that day when the stampede happened. He continued his speech even when the first, report came in that there was a stampede. He continued speaking. He didn't know what was going on. There was complete pandemonium. Police was there. Police was also completely clueless. It's a high-profile case given the elections that are around the corner. But, Shravan, when in Delhi, what will the CBI, look to get from him? Well, first, to answer your question with regards to what really happens right now with the Central Bureau of Investigation really stepping in, it is based on a court order to begin with. In the last few days, over 6 people have already been questioned by the agency, which basically includes the district collector. What is it that they are looking at? One, whether at all the actor-turned-politician was essentially informed that the crowds had swelled from 10,000 to over 30,000, a little more than that, because the number seems to have, changed over a period of time, because there has also been questions about being raised about that. The fact of the matter is this, that if you go by the images that have been accessed by the Central Bureau of Investigation, which essentially shows that the modified caravan that was being used by the actor-turned-politician did actually move ahead, leading to a stampede-like situation to begin with. The second very important aspect is the warnings that were essentially given by the state administration. Were there warnings given or not? In fact, from the questioning that has happened so far, it seems that certain documents have been accessed by the Central Bureau of Investigation, which shows that the permission was basically sought for. But there is another big problem that emerges here: the timing of the rally itself. There was a considerable delay for the actor to really turn up and address his supporters, and it seems that the organizers were not really well prepared for it. The questioning that's going to take place today is largely going to focus on 2 aspects. One, with regards to the permission. Second, whether at all the actor-turned-politician was essentially informed about the change in the number of supporters who had come in, and whether at all the actor at any point of time did take the decision that he would still go ahead with the rally despite a lack of arrangements. Now, the political aspect is something that Niranjan, you would be in a better position to put this into perspective, and that is essentially with regards to the war of words that have taken place between the DMK and Vijay. Vijay has, perhaps taken a step further by saying that literally the DMK is almost like an enemy for him. But having said that, remember there have been political brickbats here with the DMK essentially putting this entire onus on Vijay, saying that permissions were not taken on time, and the fact of the matter is that despite early warning being given to the actor, he continued with the rally. Now, these are some of the allegations that the DMK has levelled here. For the CBI, it would be essentially to prove whether at all the actor was in the know-how. Secondly, did the actor really take the decision despite the change in the number of supporters who had turned up? And third, why did he not withdraw if he was actually aware of the ground situation?
Yeah. Shravan and Soumya, thank you for joining us with those inputs. Whichever way it goes, Vijay being tipped as of now as one of the front runners for the election may just emerge as one of the bigger parties. Some pollsters giving him, predicting that he could get up to 20% of the vote share, which will be unprecedented if it really happens. Will that translate into reality in a few months from now? We'll wait and watch for that. Ladies and gentlemen, on the live report this Saturday, we brought you a scoop saying that Ajit Pawar, who is a part of the NDA, could merge with Sharad Pawar's faction. That is NCP, which is with Ajit Pawar, and NCP Sharad Pawar could reunite. We broke that story. Arnab brought the details saying it's all been worked out. It's just a matter of time when the announcement will happen. So Republic went back to Ajit Pawar and we did a very long interview, fairly detailed interview with him on Sunday. And we asked him that question: is there a possibility of an Ajit Pawar Sharad Pawar reunion? And we also asked him whether there is a possibility of Supriya Sule joining the centre, whether she will be given a ministerial berth in the cabinet at the centre. He was tight-lipped on that, but he did confirm to Republic that there is a merger that will likely happen after the elections in Maharashtra. So that's a confirmation, ladies and gentlemen. There is a big confirmation on Republic of the Pawar family reunion. And it completes the cycle, because in 2019, remember that time when Ajit Pawar took a secret oath with Fadnavis, nobody knew about it. And then Sharad Pawar came out of nowhere following the huge hue and cry and broke that government up, and he went with Uddhav Thackeray. And later, Ajit Pawar once again decided to break up and joined the NDA. Well, everyone's been saying that Sharad Pawar was the real brains and he always wanted to go with the NDA. That's coming a full circle now. Here's what Ajit Pawar said, confirming the merger. Sharad Pawar, will this be his final political stint joining the NDA at the centre? This is that interview.
एनसीपी शरद पवार गुट के साथ आपने यहाँ पे गठबंधन किया है, कैसा दिख रहा है? लोग का रिस्पांस कैसा आ रहा है साथ में आने के बाद?
वो वोटिंग होने के बाद पता चलेगा कि लोगों को कैसा लगा। हम तो आए हैं, हम साथ साथ काम कर रहे हैं, और रिजल्ट जब आएगा तब पता चलेगा।
क्या आखिर मजबूरी हो गई कि शरद पवार गुट के एनसीपी के साथ को आपको फिर से आना पड़ा?
हमारे दोनों का वोटों का बंटवारा न हो, दोनों साथ साथ रहे थे तो हमारे दोनों को कार्यकर्ताओं को मदद हो सकती है, दोनों पार्टी के कार्यकर्ताओं को। अगर कार्यकर्ता ही नाराज होगा तो कैसा चलेगा?
आने वाले दिनों में तस्वीर कुछ और देखने को मिल सकता है कि जो पवार फैमिली है साथ में है।
अभी पहले हमारे सामने लोकल बॉडीज के चुनाव है, उसमें हम ज्यादा ध्यान दे रहे। वो चुनाव खत्म होने के बाद हम देखेंगे, अभी कोई उसके बारे में हमने सोचा नहीं।
लेकिन लोग कह रहे हैं कि अगर शरद पवार पार्टी और आप साथ में आ जाएंगे तो जो कार्यकर्ता है, नेता है, आप उनकी काफी इच्छा है।
मैंने कहा ना शर्मा जी, मैंने आपको बताया कि पहले हमारे लोकल बॉडीज के चुनाव में हम सभी ध्यान दे रहे, उसके लिए कार्यकर्ता कैसे उसको सक्सेस मिलेगी, ये हमारा काम चालू है। ये पहले ये तो खत्म होने दो, एक एक काम करके जाना चाहिए ना। पहला इसको फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी इसको है, वो काम चालू है।
मतलब पॉजिटिव का दौर शुरू है, मतलब सकारात्मक पॉजिटिव हो रहा है सब।
अभी मैंने कहा है कि हम ये अलग अलग सिटी की डेवलपमेंट अच्छी होनी चाहिए, बिल्कुल वहां करप्शन नहीं होना चाहिए, काम की क्वालिटी नंबर 1 की होनी चाहिए, आगे की 25-50 साल सोचकर डिसीजन लेना चाहिए, सभी को साथ लेके आगे जाना चाहिए। ये हमारी प्रथम जिम्मेवारी है और हम वो निभा रहे हैं।
लोग कह रहे हैं कि ये भी आ रहा है कि आप महाराष्ट्र संभालेंगे और सुप्रिया सुले जो केंद्र में जाएंगी, ऐसी भी बातें आ रही हैं कि
क्या है, ये मीडिया वालों अलग अलग सवाल उठाते हैं, वही चर्चा करते हैं, वही सवाल पूछते हैं, उनके मन में क्या चलता है ये उनका अधिकार है, मुझे उसके बारे में कुछ बोलना नहीं। ऐसे कोई बात हुई ही नहीं तो मैं क्यों उसके बारे में बताऊं।
ये भी कहा जा रहा है कि अप्रैल महीने में दोनों पार्टियां मर्ज हो जाएंगी, ये नगर पालिका चुनाव खत्म होने के बाद।
ये तो मुझे आपकी तरफ से सुनने को मिला, हमें दोनों को पता नहीं, आपको कैसा पता होगा, मुझे तो पता नहीं होगा।
लेकिन जो बातों में आ रहा है, बात करते से लग रहा है, आप कल मैनिफेस्टो में साथ में आए सुप्रिया सुले जी के साथ, मैनिफेस्टो देखा जा रहा है, जो आगे दिख रहा है, तस्वीरें दिख रही है, कहीं कहीं सकारात्मक बढ़ रहा है, दोनों तरफ से बढ़ रहा है कदम।
नहीं, हमारे कार्यकर्ताओं के लिए हम साथ साथ आए हैं और साथ साथ चुनाव लोकल बॉडीज के लड़ रहे हैं। ये तो अभी हमने किया है, वो सबने देखा है।
उन्होंने कहा है कि कोई परिवार का जो विवाद तो है नहीं, ये राजनीतिक था। सुप्रिया सुले
परिवार की बात है ही नहीं, हमारा सब परिवार एक ही है।
Ladies and gentlemen, artificial intelligence designed to think, and Republic Media Network editor-in-chief Arnab Goswami is designed to question. And tonight, those two forces meet head-on. For decades, Arnab has built his reputation on asking the questions that others usually avoid, on refusing to accept rehearsed answers, on pushing until clarity emerges. And now he brings that same approach to a machine that claims intelligence. This is not about technology hype. This is about testing AI in the harshest possible environment. Live television where interruptions happen, pressure builds and nothing can be edited out. And when human instinct collides with machine reasoning, sparks are inevitable. And the nation gets to watch it unfold in real time tonight, 9 p.m. Don't miss the man versus machine encounter, Arnab versus AI at 9 p.m. This is what you can expect. A small peek into behind the scenes of the making of that debate.
I really hope so. Yeah.
Hey guys, how's it going?
All good?
All systems check.
Yeah, all good.
Everything looks good. Okay.
Inside the Republic production control room, the final checks are being conducted. This is no ordinary debate. There are no guests here, no windows. Producers and directors, technical crews are getting ready. They know it's not just a routine broadcast. This is Arnab versus AI. The Blue Machine's control room is set up. Screens light up, systems load, and engineers begin preparing the AI for a live television debate on India's most watched news show with India's most popular journalist.
So in this particular frame, we see all the concurrent calls. यहाँ पर latency देख रहे हैं. यहाँ पर I think we are seeing how the bot logs and all that are coming into the picture. So yeah, I think this is it.
The Blue Machines team and their dashboards track responses, processing and performance in real time. Machines will replace audio control and human intervention. There are no real people on Windows on this debate. There is only man versus machine.
This is the control room. Your team is going to be situated here. You are going to be monitoring our AI and the anchor, Vijay, will be given to you here.
Inside the Republic production control room, the directors and producers work alongside the Blue Machines team, testing workflows before going live. We haven't done this before. They, like us, don't know what to expect.
Yeah, I think this data is something that will be important for us to see.
नहीं, I think see overall तो अभी I think 29,000 30,000 generally is our number.
Every feed is tested. Latency is discussed. Milliseconds matter in a live debate. Machine intervention with gigabyte memory will ensure the strongest arguments are made. Final checks and the Blue Machines is being prepped for the live broadcast conditions. As the Republic Media Network editor-in-chief arrives in the studio and begins his final preparation, tonight he won't just be questioning a politician or a newsmaker. He's questioning a machine.
This is totally optimized for both sides. Both of us are working with our thinking and our machines and our algorithms wide open.
This is where my guardrails came in.